We're here with head coach Marty Rowe after his Lady Flames get their third victory of the season, outlasting Bryan College tonight 75-70. And, Coach, it was kind of a back-and-forth affair for a good part of the first half. In the second half, you guys able to extend the lead a little bit in the third quarter, and then Bryan came fighting back to their credit. What do you think worked down the stretch for you guys to hold on to this victory?
Oh, I mean, we made a couple of huge shots. Obviously, Aaron made a big one, and I think KB made a big one right there. And then we made some free throws down the stretch. The biggest thing that we did, give them all the credit. They played 40 minutes really, really hard and competed. We got a 14-point lead and get loose with the basketball. Miss layups, miss free throws. Okay, listen, if you're going to extend the lead in a game, you can't miss free throws and you can't miss layups down the stretch, and that's what we did. We had some really, really loose possessions late in that game, and we quit getting the loose balls. They're diving all over the ball. I tell you, we made some huge plays. Don't get me wrong, but they made so many plays down the stretch, and then they got hot. You give them 2 or 3 second chances, and they can shoot the basketball, and that's what ended up happening is we gave them too many opportunities, and some kid got hot, and that's what happens in our league too. Yeah, we got to protect the basketball. We got to protect the lead. We've got to extend all the time. So I feel fortunate that we got out of here with a win. We did make some big plays down the stretch. That 3 KB hit was huge. Harris did a really good job down the stretch, managing the clock and everything. And then it was nice to have Carrie to play most of the second half because we're not very good defensively when she's not out on the court.
Well, and three-point shooting is a big part of your guys' offense. You got a lot of good three-point shooters, and that seemed to be a key down the stretch. You mentioned KB's big shot. You make 10 three-pointers. That's going to be a key, I think, for you guys moving forward. Making those shots to extend some of those leads and also to get back into the game too.
We weren't ready to shoot the basketball in the first half. We've played 2 teams in a row that extended the defense on us, okay, and Young Harris and Bellarmine, okay, and we talked about it before the game started. Showed them film yesterday. They slump on defense. They play back off of you. They try to force you to make shots on the perimeter, and so early in the first half we weren't ready to shoot, and when you catch the ball back on your heels, not ready to shoot, the ball doesn't go in. When you catch it in rhythm and you're ready to shoot and you're ready and got it in the flow, basketball goes in for us, and so we got to learn. We got to learn what shots we want. We took a couple threes that weren't very good in the second half to start out with. We got to understand a little bit, do a better job with that. Harris has got to do a better job of kicking it to the right people at times, and then the people have to understand what their role is. And so, that's kind of it. It's a growing process. We're playing one freshman 30 minutes and another freshman 27 minutes tonight, okay? And so, one had 14 and 4, and the other one had 15 points, 11 rebounds, okay? So, we're gonna make young mistakes down the stretch a little bit, and so hopefully we can show it to them, learn from it, and continue to try to get better.
Coach, we'll get you out of here on this one. Of course, we begin Gulf South Conference play this week. Tough road trip, Christian Brothers on Thursday, and then always a big rivalry with Union on Saturday, and they'll come in as the number 10 ranked team in the country. You mentioned that young team. What's your message to them as we go on the road for conference play?
Well, I just told George on the radio, I'm glad we're getting out on the road. We've been better on the road than we have been at home. And with a young team, I think that's one thing. There's too many people around. There's too many distractions when you're at home. We got to be able to protect our home court, but when we get them out on the road and we've got them all by ourselves, we can really focus them in, and we've been better on the road so far. And so I'm glad we're starting the conference schedule out on the road. We're playing 2 good teams, and so everybody in our league's a good basketball team. First of all, Bryan's excellent. Okay, and so I just want to make sure everybody understands that's a really good team, best team they've had in the last 10 years since I've been here. Mm-hmm. They were really good when I first got here, and Coach Smith's done a great job. But we're just looking forward to getting out and starting the season. Conference play is always tough. Everybody knows everybody. I'll be curious to see how we react on Thursday. It'll be a lot of fun to see how we handle Christian Brothers.
Best of luck this week, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, man.
Lady Flames are victorious tonight to move to 3-2. They beat Bryan 75-70 from Walker Arena.